Hey everyone, I'm BooksMcD. Welcome to my channel. If you're a returning viewer, thanks for watching. Mom. See the joke there is I'm saying my mom's the only one who watches my channel. Self-deprecating humor. If you're new, thanks for joining. If you like what you see in this video, please check out some other videos, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment saying how cool you think I am, you know, etc., etc. So today I'm going to talk to you about a series. Uh-oh, you didn't know you were in store for a lot. This series is called the Track Series by Jason Reynolds. I know I just talked about him in my last video, but I like him, so get over it. I saw Jason Reynolds speak at a local high school. I loved him. He was fantastic. I went and got all his books up from the library. I'm repeating myself, but whatever, here we are. And I read this entire series. It's only 4 books, and they are for children. I would say pre-young adult, pre-teen for sure, maybe 7 to 11. And the Track Series is about 4 kids who are newbies to the track team. That's what it is on the surface anyway. So those 4 kids are Ghost, Patina, Sunny, and Lou. Now, I don't have Ghost with me because right before the pandemic, I read it right away, and I was like, I'm going to be a good Samaritan and return it to the library right away. And so I don't have it with me. Otherwise, I would like fan these out in a lovely way to show you the plethora of colors that you get with the series. But I have tiny hands, so I can barely hold these 3, but I don't have Ghost. It's a lovely yellow color, like kind of on the back here. You would see the yellow that Ghost would be. And just, they look really good all together. I can't hold these, but I wish I had Ghost so I could show you them all together, but they have library stickers on them anyway, so whatever. Definitely going to purchase these, though, in the future because I liked them that much. So the cat's out of the bag. They're all 5 out of 5 stars, and I'm not joking about that. So Ghost, Patina, Sunny, and Lou are the 4 newbies to the track team called the Defenders. And on the very surface of these books, it's about their struggles with how they deal with being newbies on the track team, like dealing with the other members of the team, dealing with each other. Like at first Lou and Ghost are kind of like head to head, like who's better, you know, and Lou has these struggles with like the previous captain, and then he's like co-captain. It's like a whole thing. And so on the surface, there is just struggles like that, like sports struggles. Lots of kids who play team sports have probably experienced similar struggles. But each kid has their own book because each kid works through some other struggles that are definitely more serious in nature. So Ghost, for example, his father was abusive and actually tried to chase his mother and Ghost with a gun, and it's very serious. And at one point I thought Ghost like had PTSD and he was gonna freak out because of the gun that they shoot at the beginning of a track meet, and I was just very emotional for him. I really liked the first book a lot. I'm not gonna say the most because each one of these made me cry, like for real, and I'm not even joking, because there's like a point where they're all like figuring themselves out and they're finding themselves, and at that point the books are amazing. And I mean, they're good all around, and those points are usually toward the end, and I actually got almost all the way through Lou thinking like, oh, this one's not gonna make me cry, that's kind of weird, and I'm talking like 3 pages left. I was like, tears. And so they just all work through their own individual struggles, and it takes a lot of dealing with their thoughts and their emotions, and they really are expressing how they feel about things and what they're feeling inside. And so, and every book is told from the first person perspective, but since they deal with each other, you obviously see the other characters in the other books. I will say, just some logistics, that the books do follow in chronological order, so Ghost, Patina, Sunny, and Lou, but they could very easily be individual books. Like if you didn't know the other books existed, you could get the context of everything else in each book. I would recommend reading them in order because you can see how the other characters grow across each of the books. So Ghost really has a lot of growth in his individual book, but by the end you even see more by the end of the entire series. I really enjoyed these books because, one, I used to play team sports when I was a kid. I played basketball. I'm very short, yes, but when I was 10, I was also 5'3", so I was like the 4th spot, which just is funny now because I didn't grow past 10. I'm still 5'3". So that's cool, sharing a little bit too much information with the group. But just on the surface, like with those team struggles, those are totally easy to understand and relate to. On the more personal level, I felt that each of these books had a situation or a personal struggle that children, adults, all ages could relate to. So Ghost's particular traumatic situation, maybe not everybody can relate to that, but he's also struggling with the fact that he really wants a pair of shoes and he can't afford these shoes, so he decides to steal them. And his coach helps him work through doing that and what he did to his old shoes that he didn't think looked cool. And it's just, that is something I think a lot of people can relate to, either having done or wanting to do that, or just doing something to be seen as cool by the other kids around you. Patina has a very upsetting situation because her father passed away, and then her mother has diabetes and she's in the hospital frequently, and she has to have dialysis because of her kidney failures and things. And that's actually something I have personal experience with because I've had relatives who have passed away because of kidney failure and dialysis. And so understanding what that is like emotionally, then she was adopted by her aunt who is white, and then she has her little sister to think about. So she feels this protectiveness over her sister, and it talks about a lot of the struggles with how to deal with that new situation. And then Sonny is so unique. He's such a unique character, but he really struggles with his father wanting him to run because his mother used to run and his mother passed away when he was born. And I mean, just dealing with that emotionally, like feeling like you were the reason your mother passed away because she passed away giving birth to you. And then he's just got a very unique perspective. And in fact, Sonny's book is unique because his is told as diary entries, which is different from the other 3 books. But I like it because Sonny is a very unique character, and so for his to be different feels right. And, you know, I've experienced that too. My father was my basketball coach, so even though I liked playing basketball, there were definitely times where I felt like I was being forced to play basketball, not because I wanted to, but because my dad wanted me to, or something like that. It's a very relatable situation. Lou actually is albino. You can see kind of Lou right there on the cover, and then the other 3 characters, Sonny, Ghost, and Patina. And on Patina's, actually, it's really cute. You can see her little sister. Trying to show you. Oh, I'm so terrible at holding things up for the camera. But the covers are really cute because they just have the characters kind of running across. Lou struggles with being albino because he gets bullied a lot. And so he has hyperopia because of it. He changes to contacts because he doesn't like his glasses. He wears like earrings and necklaces. And he just is like trying to present this cool image. And the thing is he's still always thinking about those comments that people make. And I related to that one a lot because I have 4 fingers on both my hands, which is much less noticeable. I know that. And I know that it doesn't equate to Lou's struggles at all. But, you know, I've been made fun of and bullied for things that I can't control, like my hands. And it's very frustrating. And you take some of those comments in and you can't stop thinking about it. And to this day, I still remember comments that people have made to me. And so again, another very relatable situation. In his story as well, his parents are about to have another child. And so he feels like, you know, when his mom had him, she had a lot of health struggles, and she always said like he was her miracle, and you know, what are the odds that lightning strikes twice? Well, now she's pregnant again, and he's a little bit jealous. He's a little bit working his way through that. But also, he's trying to be a captain to this team. And his growth by the end is so huge, by the way, because, I mean, you just see him come into being a captain, and it's excellent. And he even teaches his parents some things. And I just think, listen to all those things I talked about. Some of those struggles are very easy to relate to in each book. And I think I just felt for all of the characters so much. One thing I really admired about the books is that you can tell, they're not long. They're not long at all. They're very short books. But Jason Reynolds does not waste words. These books he chose his words carefully, because these issues, some of them can be pretty traumatic. And so when he's talking about them, you can tell he chose his words with care. But he also didn't necessarily shy away from the issue. He just presented it in such a way that children could understand, but wouldn't be off-putting to parents to help them talk about the situation, or maybe learn together when they're reading this book together, or even in such a way that like wouldn't be too much for children to understand. He puts it right at their level. And so, and it's subtle, you know. For an adult, the issues might be just like more obvious to see what the kids are going through, or maybe we notice more things. But I think that it's a really important book, and honestly, I think that these should be used in schools, because they would foster so much discussion. And I think that you really need to have discussion like that at a young age, to talk about, why do we relate to each character? What does each character learn along the way? What could they have done differently in this situation? What was good about this choice? Things like that. Like, those are the types of lessons. And the fact that I could relate to something in every single book. I mean, adults should be reading these too. And I actually have recommended these to people already. Even when I read Ghost, I was like, read the track series. I can already tell if the rest are like Ghost, it's going to be fantastic. Well, I was right. Go me. I gave them all 5 out of 5 stars. I know this was a very spoiler-heavy review, because I just wanted to talk about how each book deals with so much. I mean, just dealing with track, you're going to learn some life lessons, right? But those individual stories and the other things they're going through just in being a kid and how to work through it, I cannot say enough about how each issue in each book was handled with such care and delicacy, and the words were chosen perfectly. These are just fantastic books. I hope that you buy them. Support Jason Reynolds, because I think he is awesome. I think it's a great opportunity to read these books with children, to learn some things. I hope people are reading these in schools. Well, I mean, I know school's not in session right now, but I hope that teachers can kind of look at these books and see the important lessons that you could learn from each. You know, I don't really understand necessarily like children's reading ages. 11 might be a little too old, but I really do feel like they are for all ages, for real. So please read these books. Please, please, please read these books. They are day reads for adults. You can fly through them, and I think you really feel something for these characters and just take away something good from these books. In the end, even though I did cry, I teared up. They were happy tears, because the kids came into their own and discovered who they were, and I really loved that. And so each of these books left me just smiling ear to ear. You know, you work through a struggle, you come out the other side stronger, and they're all friends, and it made me so happy, even though there were parts that were sad and tough. And so I really needed to feel that too right now. Like, I've just been feeling kind of bummed out. It's been kind of rainy. And so even making this video was hard. I didn't want to do it, but like, I loved these books so much. I couldn't not make this video. I just couldn't. Please, please, please pick these up. I hope you enjoy the track series, Lou, Sunny, and Patina by Jason Reynolds. Ghost, the yellow one. Buy it. Anyway, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up or subscribe or leave me a comment. If you've read this series before, awesome. I do have some other Jason Reynolds books that I would like to review, but I will switch it up next time. I swear I'll do something else. I am reading some other authors that I definitely want to talk about after I finish their works. So I will be back with more reviews. I am also going through my books I own that I haven't read pile, and let me just be clear, it's already over 200. I know, that's very embarrassing. We'll talk about it in a different video. So I'm BooksMcD. Please follow me on Twitter, Goodreads, Litzy, or Instagram, and thanks for watching.